How do you know what messages will actually work on your audience? Well, here's a radical idea for you. Ask people. Yeah, I love Google and the internet and all that, but sometimes just going up to people and asking them what issues are of greatest interest to them can be the most helpful. I remember many years ago, I was working with a political candidate who was running for supervisor of elections in a county in Florida. And this was after a whole situation where voting machines didn't work. The current supervisor of election was going to be voted out of office, there was no doubt. And people were upset their vote didn't count. So all of a sudden there were about 10 candidates running for this supervisor of elections position. My candidate had about the least money of any of the candidates. All of the candidates were running around town saying, democracy is paramount, your vote is essential, and I have a nice law degree, and they had nice suits and ties on. They looked professional. They all sounded like statesmen. And they were all sounding as if they were running for, basically President of the United States. My candidate had to figure out a way of cutting through this. So I asked Ian, so what have you done that's different from other people? He said, well, I actually went to the factory where they make the voting machines, and I got certified to fix it. I said, okay, that sounds interesting. It was a one-day certification process. So I just went around and asked voters, what are you really looking for in a supervisor of elections? And everyone said the same thing. I don't really care about that. All I want is someone who will make the machines work so my vote counts. Again and again I heard that. Now this didn't cost any money. We didn't have money for extensive polling. But what we did is we got rid of all the messages about, 15 years in the Kiwanis and, the Boy Scout membership, Cub Masters representation, leadership position. Get rid of all that in the candidate's messaging. And instead, Ian focused on a clear, simple message. I'm the only candidate who's been certified to repair these voting machines. You vote for me, I'll make sure the machines work and your vote will count. 3 simple messages. He had less money than anyone. He won the primary. He won the general election. And now, actually many decades later, he's still in office because of just asking people, what do they care about? And narrowing it down. In this case, it wasn't even 5 messages. It was 3 messages. So whatever you do, it's not enough to just tell people all your credentials, whether you're trying to get a new piece of business, new consulting, investment, or being hired for a job. You've got to focus on what the person or people you're presenting to actually care about.